Today on Nate's Interactive Auto, you're not going to believe what I found inside of these oil filters, including the Wix XP, that's right. Now take a look at the fram and the K&N filters. Check out the oil specifications. We'll measure the filter media width and length, then compare the rest of the components of the oil filter. First up, right out of the box, what's the difference? Well, the only difference I can really tell is the plastic that's actually covering the K&N. And this is going to be really important later on as you see what's inside these oil filters. You're not going to believe this one. I've been using Wix XP for a long time, but as you're going to see, all companies can definitely have a quality issue. Check out this moisture that was inside of the fram. I mean, really, come on, guys. This was quite a bit of moisture. I wish I could have shown just a little bit better on camera, but the sun was blaring. Guys, I'm really concerned. Fram claims to have the #1 selling oil filter in the world. Do you use Fram? Drop a comment below letting us know. Look at the bypass valve as well. It was also covered in water. Not really surprising though. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the rest of the components. We'll check out these gaskets. They all seem to be really good quality. However, the fram literally just fell out. Just to let you guys know, all of these oil filters are for a 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. Plus, the filtration level is close to same on all of the oil filters, over 95%. I found rust on this Wix filter, but just wait until you see what else I found. I have worked in several manufacturing facilities, and you could have a quality problem even with great products. But when it's a real problem, it's like this fram. They actually made this fram poorly. There was no mistake. There was no quality issue that day. Just poorly made product. The top and bottom of the fram is cardboard, but the center tube is steel. The top and bottom of the Wix steel, and a center tube is steel on the Wix filter. The K&N filter, top and bottom made of steel. The pleating is equally separated. The center tubing is steel. Really good quality product here. However, the pricing, $16.99. The Wix oil filter, $11.99. Fram, $6.99. These are the oil bypass springs, made of steel, so they're really good quality for the Wix and the K&N. But the fram, unfortunately, it's stamped steel, and we all know how poor quality that is. Any way they can save a buck, I'm sure they will. Now let's go ahead, check out these anti-drain back valves. They're all made of silicone, so they're pretty well the same. We're going to be measuring the thickness of each oil filter now, 0.74 mm. Let's go ahead, move on to our next oil filter. But as you can see, this one has a 1-inch fitting that you can hook on to a motorcycle or to keep the filter from blowing off. The end of this fram filter, it does have decent material to grab hold of to take it off, which can come in really handy. But the thickness on this one, 0.68. Now the Wix. Really interested to see this one. 1.01 mm. Now we'll check out the filter media. First up, the fram. The poor quality. You can see the difference in spacing between the pleats. I mean, it's not even uniform all the way around. And the glue and the stains all over it. Look at this stuff. I mean, if you barely just touch on it, it just breaks off into little pieces. My guess is the moisture that builds up. These things can't hold up. I have used Wix for many years with no problem. Fram, not so much. Now we're going to take a look at the Wix. Its filter media is actually made of a synthetic material. However, look at this rib in the side of it. Steel. Really good construction. This will hold this even stronger that they've added that component. Now, let's go ahead, take a look at the K&N filter. It's made of a cellulose type material for the filter media. Look at this. Steel backing. Really good quality. Made by the Wix team. I mean, I can't believe it. Check it out. See for yourself, right? This I can actually depend on going the distance for a long drain oil interval. Now the moment of truth. We'll go ahead and measure the thickness of each filter media. 0.87 mm for the K&N filter for the thickness. Let's go ahead and check out the Wix filter and just see just how thick this one is, because it doesn't look like it's near as long, but we'll measure the length in just a moment. 1.52 in the thickness of the Wix. Really impressive here so far, the best one. Now for the Fram, will it actually outdo the rest of the oil filters? Well, I highly doubt it, but anything's possible. 0.73 mm for the thickness of the Fram oil filter. Let's go ahead and check out the length of these filters. I'll go ahead and show you the measurement now. 3 feet and 5 inches for the Fram oil filter. It's time to do the K&N oil filter. It looks to be a little bit longer, but we'll see. Now these measurements could be off by an inch or two, but if it's that close, guys, I'm not really going to worry that much about it. 3.7 inches coming in for the K&N oil filter. Well, it's time for Wix, because this one really does look small. And yes, I did measure that small piece that came off. That was from the divider holding it together. 2 feet and 5 inches for the Wix XP oil filter. Well, what do you guys think? Which do you think is the best oil filter? And let me know, have you ever had a problem with Fram or Wix? If so, please drop a comment down below and let us know. Or if you want more information about these products, check out the link in the description below.